Yeah, hardly a cloud in the sky above Headingley today. So, yeah, this should be an absolute blockbuster in round 3.
Smell bowling with deep mid-wicket and a long on, trying to protect those short boundaries, but smashed by Winfield Hill through mid-off for 4. Lovely way to get off the mark and a lovely way to hit Yorkshire's first boundary of the game. Winfield Hill this time with a beautiful flowing extra cover drive. That is the shot of a player in form. And Durham whipped away. Nice shot through mid-wicket. This is going to take a big chase for Gardner, who's one of the best boundary riders in the domestic game, and shows it there again with a very neat bit of work to keep it to 2. Thomas has got herself in a muddle and is gone. Erin Thomas is out LBW, trying to pull, missing out. And Thomas has to go for just 3, 15 for 1. That's whacked away over mid-on, and like the previous free hit, it goes in that region of the ground for 4. So Yorkshire making the most of this over, which is becoming very expensive indeed. So what Essex do this season if they get to a final, watch out. There's Gray again. That's a little slow ball. Has it got a nick? It has. Cleverly bowled by Eva Gray. Essex's leading wicket taker this season comes up trumps again. They're just helping them work through it. As Duckworth's gone, another wicket. Wickets in back-to-back overs for Essex. This time it's Esme McGregor. She's great to see. Hard to pick, but that is an inside-out shot through the covers, one of Callis' strong areas. Now stays with the leggy, and this is swept very fine from Callis, and this might go to the boundary as well. It does. So back-to-back boundaries for the Dutch international. Around to the lefty. This is whipped away. This is one of those games within a game of, do they try and push 2 with something like that? They won't get it there because it was solid work from Gray. And Cara's keeper will have to adjust. Campbell smacked this one away. Catching chance on the rope and taken. Big wicket for Essex. Amy Campbell is finally out, having scored 276 runs across 5 innings. Helped continue the loss of wickets for Yorkshire. But that time Gardner is being worked away. That's a delightful square drive. Again, she's looking in that region and it's escaped through. It's a quick outfield and it will go for 4. So back-to-back square drives for 4 from Stair Callis.
Most definitely, it's the way of going about it in T20 cricket. It's Maksud, then this one slightly shorter, carved away, beats the dive of the fielder. It's a rapid outfield here in Leeds today, and you can see sprints out towards the fence, goes against the rope for 4 more runs, and Yorkshire inching ever closer to bringing up the 100 here.
Lovely stuff.
She's coming over the wicket this time from the Kirkstall Lane end, and that is a delightful sweep shot from Stair Callis. Meets it on the full, whips it away for 4 more runs. Well, let's see what Scrivens can concoct, trying to spoil the party here for the Dutch international. Scrivens then to Callis. Callis advances down the track, works it out onto the onside. They think about coming back for a second. There's no need to, and that brings up a thoroughly deserved half-century for Stair Callis. Comes off of just 31 deliveries, includes 9 boundaries, and this was exactly the kind of knock that Yorkshire needed at this stage of the innings. The home side going along with a decent tick here, 125 for 4.
Vice captain, a lot of pressure on Young's shoulders. Well, that's away on the reverse, and that's a little bit of a Maddie Ward trademark. It's a shot I saw her playing in the nets quite a few times in pre-match. And
well, this time it's Callis, and that is another fine shot from Stair Callis. On the money here today. How can McGregor respond? Well, that is aerial from Callis. Shouts of catch. It won't be caught. It goes over the top of the fielder all the way for 6. Stair Callis is putting on a show here at Headingley.
From our end, the pavilion end. And gets funky, goes on the reverse, and that goes past short third for 4 more. Well, the runs are flying along here for Yorkshire. Partnership currently worth 94 off 59. And that's well hit as well, and that will go for 4-2. My goodness me. Ward goes past the score that she made on Thursday. It is a Yorkshire high score for Maddie Ward. Just powered away for 4 more. Has flicked that away, and that will go for 4 as well. Well, there was a short fine leg, but nothing that Callis was going to do to give them the chance to influence things. Last ball of the innings from Gray. And that is going to go for 4 as well, down to that short third boundary. So intelligent from Stair Callis. Her 7. This time Scrivens comes down the track, hits that very hard, and that's a magnificent caught and bowled by Claudie Cooper. My goodness me, that is outrageous. An incredible catch. How has she held on to that? That is absolutely outrageous. And Grace Scrivens, arguably the key wicket in this Essex batting lineup, has to go.
Just the 1 run taken on that occasion, and that will be crucial for Essex in this innings. They've got to rotate the strike well. It's something which Callis and Ward did exceptionally in that 113-run partnership. And there's another wicket here, this time for Maddie Ward. And it's Eva Gray who has to depart. Yorkshire well on top here at Headingley. Essex 18 for 2. Plenty of people out there today, but they're absolutely loving the weather here in Leeds. It is a stunning day in the north of England, and that is another hefty shot down the ground from Lizzie McLeod. Think about coming back for a second. Could be a chance here of a run out, and given! There's the breakthrough that Yorkshire are after. And let's be honest, it was one which was coming. We've seen quite a bit of indecision between the two Essex batters throughout this partnership, a partnership which is broken on 63.
With a lot of the girls that Yorkshire have got, it's all a little bit new to them, which makes it all the more exciting. And I think it makes them want it that little bit more as well, really.
Oh, it should do, shouldn't it? And this is a good competition. It's a great way to potentially get some silverware in this first season. That one is short and slashed straight to the fielder at points. Amelia Love gets a well-deserved wicket, and it's the big fish of McLeod who departs for an outstanding 63. Essex 105 for 4. Is that the big moment in this run chase? Something for Winfield Hill and Cooper to just be aware of here. Blinkhorn Jones this time attempts to go down the ground only as far as Stair Callis, who just 2 deliveries before was wringing the wrist in pain. Thankfully, no damage done, but that is some pretty major damage done here for Essex. 116 for 5. Maddie Blinkhorn Jones, the latest of the visitors to depart. Quite cleanly. It was just a little bit unfortunate that for the Yorkshire youngster.
Gone. A much needed wicket for Yorkshire. And Olivia Thomas, who had taken some tap earlier on in the over, like any good leg spinner, keeps persevering and gets something to show for it. So Gardner makes room and smashes it away into the deep. And it's caught on the juggle by Rhea Thackrell. And surely with that, it should be the catch that secures Yorkshire's spot in the quarter-final. 24 of 21, the third best scorer. As that's the final ball of the game. It does go for 4, but it's inconsequential for Yorkshire. It's a legitimate delivery. That's all that Beth Langston needed. And Yorkshire have done it. They've won by 11 runs against Tier One Essex in round 3 of the newly created Women's T20 County Cup. Something of an upset, you might call it. Something of a chance for Yorkshire to prove their point, you might call it. What is for certain is Yorkshire are into the last 8, and they will play the winner of the game between the Birmingham Bears and Devon in the West Country. That happens tomorrow. Yorkshire's cup run continues. A 3rd straight win in this newly created competition sees the White Rose at Headingley in the sunshine through to the last 8.